My name is Mike Tusella. On this videotape, I'm also called Dr. Sarang. This videotape is the first of two videotapes called A Coffee Break Sign Language Lesson with Dr. Sarang. This replays an old videotape called A Panic Course in Sign Language. The reason for the replacement, this videotape is more slow-paced, takes your time, and explains more not only about the vocabulary, but also the structure and the basic expression that goes with sign. Lesson 1. As I go on, I want to make clear the difference between ASL, PSC, and Sign English. ASL is a visual gestural language and use no speech. PSC is called a contact language. It's a combination of ASL and Sign English. It has basic expression and conceptual accuracy. Sign English is a straight English on the hand. No matter which you choose, ASL, contact language, or Sign English, pride yourself on clear sign. Appropriate basic expression are very important also. When you sign, a good use of sign is space. Most of the signs take place about here. You don't want to block your mouth. Keep a hand away from the face. Here is at the average position of most signs. Your space becomes larger or smaller depending if you're talking one-to-one or to an audience. Spatial relationship or people and places and beings that you put around you that you can point to as you make comments. Directionality is used with verb. It determines the subject and the object. For example, I give to you, you give to me. Non-manual markers are basic expression and body language that add structure or grammar to the vocabulary. As we go through the 10 lesson and the coffee break lesson, you will see more and more examples of these things. Conceptual accuracy is necessary in sign. Signs should stand up by themselves, but meaning should become clear alone. Don't worry about speed. It will take care of itself. Focus on fluency. Clarity is more important, and speed will take care of itself later on. Rhythm and pace. You want your sign to flow together smoothly. Signs are generally known to have 5 parts, which we call parameters. We will examine them one by one. Hand shape. There are about 40 to 45 different hand shapes, but most signs are composed of 7 basic hand shapes like this one, that one, and this one, and this one, and that one. Most signs have those 7 basic hand shapes. Orientation means your palm facing out in one side, the other side. The location of the sign really matters. For example, summer and dry. The location of the sign based on the body, your head, your shoulder, and your chest. The movement is so important. That's why it's almost impossible to understand signs by studying a book, because picture do not show motion before or after the drawing of a sign. Not only the motion, but the speed and the change of direction adds meaning to the sign. And also determine plurality, it determines time, and so on. For example, of a 5-parameter, consider children and being. Children and being have the same motion, the same hand shape, the same location, but the only difference is what? Palm orientation. Children is down and being are up. Please and sorry. The motion is the same, the location is the same, the palm orientation is the same, it's the hand shape that is different. Please and sorry have two separate hand shapes. You and me. It is obvious the only difference is the motion. Everything else is the same, the hand shape, the location, and the palm orientation. Summer, dry. The motion, the hand shape, and the palm orientation is the same, but the location is different. Facial expression. As we go through the different lessons, we will concentrate more and more on facial expression. Facial expression are so important. Variation. When you meet deaf people, you will see in geography, north, south, east, and west, there are variations. North, south, and east, and west. You will find many variations. For example, you will have the sign for early and the southeast. But the north central, like Ohio and Wisconsin, it will be early. Inside the state, there are also variations. Miami, Ocala, Orlando, Pensacola, Jacksonville, Tampa, there are variations within each state. However, in B lesson, you will learn sign. Then you'll be shown structure. Things, spelling, and number are put on hold and will be shown later. Why? Every language worldwide, children begin by speaking a word. It's only later, 2, 3, 4 years later, when they go into school, maybe, they learn to spell. So we will hold thing spelling for later in lesson 6 or 7. So every time you see me sign, copy me. Copy me. And it's a good idea to play again, about 3 or 4 times each lesson. Why? So your sign will become automatic and become more natural. There is no substitute for practice and practice and practice. I would say a minimum of 8 to 10 repetitions before you become comfortable with signs. And you will become used on how the 5 parameters will fit each other. On page 33 of a book written by Baker and Coakley, they say our language are composed of a limited number of parts or units that are related or connected to each other in specific ways. So later, as you copy me over and over, your motion, hand shape, palm orientation will all become natural. So be patient with yourself.